Hello, I'm Vanja Sky and I'm with you at Herms Promi Corner.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Ausgabe von Herms Promi. Ich freue mich sehr, eine tolle Künstlerin, Musikerin begrüßen zu dürfen auf der anderen Seite des Bildschirms. Ihr werdet sie gleich hören. Herzlich willkommen, Vanja Sky. A very warm welcome to Vanja. Hi, nice to have you
Hello,
on the
everyone.
show.
Hi.
Vanja, before we start talking about your new album, Reborn, that will be released in 2023, can you say a little bit of your beginning of music? Are you influenced by your family, by your grandpa, your parents, or who else?
Well, not at all.
Not at all.
So I don't come from a musical family. My cousin is singing, but my parents or so, nobody from the close family was involved in music. Neither was I, and I never had any wishes to do music because I was a very shy child and I had different things that I want to do. Before I started music, I finished school for a pastry chef, so konditorei, and I was also working in this. And then when I was 19 years old, which is pretty old to start a musical career, so they said to me, I saw a band in a local bar in Istria, and that completely blew my mind. I never heard blues before. Of course, I heard rock music and Britney Spears and all this stuff that they put in the mainstream, but I never heard blues, and that kind of changed my whole being, I think. That's how I started with music.
When did you start composing for your own, create your own songs?
Maybe at the years of 20 or so. So I had something in me that I didn't know that I had.
Oh, okay. But it's good that it had been broken out, of
Yeah,
course.
I hope so.
But yeah, you live in Neuruppin, I guess.
That's right. Yeah.
What's the special of Neuruppin?
Oh, I guess the lakes. When I first moved to Germany, I lived in Hamburg. It still remains my favorite city in Germany, Hamburg. I really had a great time there. And Neuruppin, well, yeah, it's super different than Hamburg. So what I like here is the nature, but the people are very different from Hamburg. So I moved to Neuruppin because of love, and that's the only reason I'm here.
Okay. Back to the music. You like playing live, singing live?
That's my favorite, yeah.
Okay. Are there any rituals before you go on stage, 50 minutes before?
I do like to go somewhere alone, like not be surrounded by people or so. So just have my own peace. I like to smoke a cigarette before a show. I know it's bad, but yeah, at the moment it's like this. Every time we start a tour, I wear special socks for the first show.
Okay.
And if we have time or there is an opportunity, because sometimes we play super small clubs, so I cannot really be alone to have a vocal warm-up, then I do that too.
Mm.
So that would be something I do before a show.
Socks are very interesting socks.
Yeah.
When you're on stage, next step, how important is the contact or the interaction with the audience for you?
For me, it's very important because I think like if you go out on a show, you should also participate with the artist. So I don't like just go, like I don't see the music doing it, just go on stage and do it like a job. It's more like spreading this energy and music with the crowd. It's very important for me.
Then let's talk about the new album Reborn. There are a lot of people in the audience that don't know your music until now, until this show will be broadcast. Yeah. The new album as a whole, songs all together. How can you describe this as a house, not as a musical style, like a house? How would garden looks like? How would rooms look like? Living room, kitchen, something like that. Can you describe the songs all together?
I can describe it as a like the fundamental ground to build a villa.
Okay.
Yeah. So because the first two albums are very different than this, and still Reborn is my favorite, like production wise and song wise. But yeah, it's I think we're gonna make also. I want to make better albums than this, of course, and better songs. But it's a fundamental ground to keep on building this castle.
How would this castle look like in the future?
Huge, beautiful. I guess you will hear it in the next few years.
We will listen to.
Yeah.
I have chosen out 3 songs of the album we have to talk about. The first is Müha, See You Again.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a video.
Yeah.
And the special is the duet with Carl Sentence of Nazareth. Some of the audience knows the song Dream On, a big hit in the 80s of Nazareth. The work with Carl, how would it be like? Who would bring it?
So that's quite a story. So I'm going to tell you a bit of the song first.
Yes, of course.
Because this one is very special to me.
Okay.
So this song is about a colleague of mine that I lost in a bike accident. Oh. So he passed away. We were not really close, so I cannot say he was my friend or so, but we played twice together and somehow he stayed really as an important person in my head. At the time that I wrote this song, it was Corona time and I was stuck alone, completely alone in Hamburg, which was very hard by itself. And then I got this news that he passed away. And this song basically was made in 10 minutes, which doesn't often happen. So I knew it was special because I was so hurt by that this person died in an accident. And so I wrote this song. And then a few months after, I had a dream that this song should be a duet. I heard a very high and powerful male vocals. I don't know anybody who can sing like this, like to make it on the album. And then my boyfriend played me a new Nazareth album. And I was so shocked because it was like, this sounds like similar or exactly like the voice in my dreams that I had. And it was like, yeah, that's Carl. And I didn't even know, to be honest, that Nazareth was still playing live. Because I knew Dawn, of course, but I didn't know that they are performing or so. And then I went to research a bit on Facebook and found emails from Carl. And I was like, well, it doesn't cost anything to ask him if he would be willing to do this with me. He replied to me. I was super happy, of course. And then I sent him the song and he really liked it. So we did it. And I'm still super proud of this song. And I became good friends with Carl. Yeah, we did another song for his new album. Also a duet, which hopefully will come sometimes this year or next year out. So yeah, from the dream, it came a reality.
Great pleasure for you, I think. Huh?
Yeah, very, very nice. Yeah, it's very nice to see that people like that still exist, you know, because he could have said, just ignore the email or it's some crazy fan or something.
Yeah.
But it was, very nice.
Another song is Devil Woman.
Yeah.
Are you a devil woman, Vanja?
Sometimes. That's a better question for those around me.
You write the song, but the story behind this, can you tell us some words about this song?
Well, yeah, I don't know if I can. When I started doing music, so that's a bit of a woman standpoint in the male-dominated world. Often, like if I or some other female colleague did something good or make some success, the main thing was like, you have to be sleeping with all, people around you to make something. So it's still pretty sad that people think stuff like this. I mean, if you want to sleep with people, sure, do. But that's kind of a bit of a fun song, but also a true song about what is happening. Like wherever you make some success as a woman, it has to mean you are, screwing all the important people around to make something happen. To do an interview or to make for a record label. So yeah, that's in a short-term description of the Devil Woman.
The longest song of the album is Runaway, 6 minutes 23.
And my favorite, I guess.
But I like the song. First of all, I like songs with a long distance. In the 80s, it was called a maxi version.
Maxi version.
I think this is a ballad, very acoustic in the beginning, and after 2 minutes 45, there's a guitar solo. It's more open, it's more orchestral.
It's really like running away.
When you start with this song, have you in mind the consequence that it would be such a long song?
I didn't expect it to be so long, but I had in mind, and thanks to my dad, we recorded this song, which really became a favorite from us and the audience to perform because it's so different than the rest. Like usually it's really rock, blues, heavy stuff, and then this is really a breakdown. Honestly, one person with acoustic guitar, then the band joins in. So my idea with this song was, first, I always write songs, is I sit down, write some lyrics, basic chords. But then I thought, okay, I mean, the lyrics are nice and the song is cool, but it's gonna be boring to perform this live, just, with 3-4 chords. And then I came to my mind Lynyrd Skynyrd's song Freebird, because they have this, like, it starts like a ballad, then it prolongs to 10 minutes or whatever when they do it live. So I play this basic riff to my guitar player and I said, can you make something up, like, for the second part of the song? And he came up with this great riff that you can hear in the second part. Yeah, this pretty much came in the studio. Like, he invented this in the studio. So I came with the first part of the song and then he did the melody in the studio.
In Germany, there's a popular music show, Rock Palace. There are some videos of you in YouTube from this show. How did this work with Rock Palace started?
Like many great things in life, it happened by accident.
Okay.
So sometimes I play with Hamburg Blues Band as a special guest. And actually, they supposed to play this show, but Gert, the founder and the main singer of the band, he got sick. So he texted me, I don't know, it was maybe 5 days before the show. Vanja, I'm sick. Can you jump in for us on Rock Palace? And I was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure we are prepared for this. And, Rock Palace is a huge thing. So if I found out on time, we would bring some backing vocals and prepare maybe for 3 months for this. But then I thought, I mean, this is a unique opportunity and the band sounds at the moment the way it sounds. So there is no guarantee, even if you prepare for 6 months to do this show, that somebody doesn't fuck it up or you get sick or something happens. I was like thinking, we're gonna do it. Whatever happens, happens, because you don't get these opportunities every day. So yeah, we did it. That's the story behind it.
Have a look at your cover. I'm a TV junkie.
Okay.
And then I saw a little TV with how it's called.
We still have it. We can send it to you.
Okay, yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
To choose a cover, why this TV?
Okay.
It's so retro. It's so 80s, yes. 70s.
And it is.
Young woman,
it is
30 years old. You are 38. This kind
I know.
of TV? Yeah, okay.
No, I mean, just by the music I listen, you can think I know some of the old days. So the first idea for this Reborn was, I first got with the name Reborn, because I know it's going to be a step back, not back, front and forward from the previous 2 albums, musical-wise, because we did more in a rock direction with blues, and production-wise also. It's better than the first 2. And then my idea was to kind of make a mirror. And on one side, me as a kid, one side, me as a grown woman, exactly of this reborn, because of first of how late I started with music, and then it was Corona, the album sound, so it was a few reasons to call it Reborn. But then my photographer said, I'm not sure if it's going to work. If you put a mirror in between, it might look weird. So he said, why don't you try to do it with a TV? Like, how you do it with a TV? Okay, what are you talking about? And then we went on eBay and found this little retro TV from Russia. And the guy, when we went to buy it, he was like, why would you buy this? Like, he thought we are some freaks collecting garbage or something. But I was like, no, we need it for an album cover shot. That's the story behind the TV. It's supposed to be a mirror, but it would not work. So then it's a TV. So in the small TV, it's me as a kid.
We talked before about Michael Sentence of Nazareth. There are 2 people who are very exciting musicians. We had one of 10 years after and of Rory Gallagher. Can you tell me about the 2 persons who are involved in this album, how it was to work with them?
So I first tell you about Gary McAvoy, the bass player from Rory Gallagher. Everybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge fan of Rory Gallagher. And who don't know me, now you know. Like, Rory is one of my biggest influences. And for me, one of the probably top 3 guitar players ever. So I decided when I started recording albums that on every album there's gonna be a Rory cover. First, Bad Penny was Bad Penny. Then we had a Shadow Play. And on the third one, Reborn, was I Take What I Want, which is not written by Rory, but he often played it live. I thought it's going to be the best fitting song to the rest. Gary, we played together on a festival in Joldelund. And I just thought, like, okay, now I'm a few years in the business and maybe he knows I'm a huge fan of his and Rory, so maybe he would like to participate in the whole making. And he was kind enough again to say yes. So we sent him the track, and he just put his bass recording on it because there was not a chance. So all the album is recorded live in the studio, except of this one, the bass track for Take What I Want. We did a cover of 10 Years After song, I'd Love to Change the World, which I still think it's one of the best songs made. I mean, they wrote it 51 years ago. A lot has changed in the world, but this still has a powerful message. Like, we have all this shit going on all the time, the war, this epidemic, and all the time something is. So I think it's a constant need to try to change the world on the better. Yeah, I thought, so we have Carl on the album, we have Gary. Why not asking, another founding member to join the process? And Rick was kind enough again, and I really want to thank to all these guys because they don't have to do it. So I think it's really so nice of them that they support younger musicians, keep on carrying the torch of blues and rock. Yeah, that they're all really beautiful people and nice to hang around. No egos. I was really happy to work with them.
We will see who the next person would be on the next album.
Yeah, I'll let you surprise.
Let's have a look at 2024, summer, autumn, winter. What are the plans? A tour?
So we have many live shows.
Okay.
And yeah, that's my goal because I really love playing live, and that's because the reason I do music. So I like studio, but not as much as playing live, and just the touch, the people, and I'm a very touchy person, so I like to hug everybody and hang with people. So we have a lot of shows planned. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I plan to start writing new songs very soon. We're gonna release a live album, live from London this year in a couple of months. So yeah, a busy and exciting year ahead.
Okay, we have to look at Insta, Facebook, homepage, all this stuff.
Yeah, homepage.
Okay.
Look at everything. And come to the live shows. That's the most important.
Yes, of course. Last question in our interview. The good fairy will pass us by. Ding dong. Hi, Vanja. There are 3 wishes for you. Private, music, word, all of the stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to repeat what I said in the last interview. I would, even though then it would not be possible for us to do what we are doing now, I wish there was, bring back time when there was no internet, because I see young people and everybody's constantly on their phones and people are not really talking to each other anymore. So I would love to bring that back, and that we meet in person and do this interview, not over the screen. So that's first thing. The second thing is to bring young people to listen more of this good quality music like rock and blues like they did back in the day. And of course, a lot of health and peace in the world. That would be my main 3 wishes.
Okay.
Now.
I hope the good fairy had heard this one. Yeah.
At least 1 out of 3 would be nice.
all together.
Yeah.
Vanja, it was a pleasure to talk to you.
You too. I had fun. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you that you will be in my show. And I hope we will see in person next time with the new album. Thank you.
Yeah. We see us.
Okay.
Thank you.